All right, everybody.
Uh,
The Eddie Line podcast is back after about 7 month wait here. I almost had to
oh God,
change.
yes, I
I,
remember.
I almost had to change my name back to just Eddie Line videos because I've only had one podcast. It's just too much time consuming. Anyway, today we have my buddy Jacob Martin on the line here, and he's
What's up?
part of our Bandino group, the Bandits. Bandits for life. Shout
Yeah,
out
boy, bandits for life.
Shout out to the other bandits in our group. They're maybe boating today. I don't know. They were boating yesterday on the green, but
I know they were all down at Bentley's house, so they're probably doing something today.
if you see us on the water, we're the explicit bandits. First word explicit.
Yeah, we
Can't
got to bleep that one out for
can't say
like
that on the air.
political correctness.
But anyway, so I've started boating with Jacob like what, a year or so ago. I've known you for longer, but um
Yeah,
and
something like that. I know we met out on balcony with Cam Martin. I was testing out the home slice back in 2020. But we didn't start boating until Chihuahua, I guess.
yeah, how long? So how long have you been boating? I can't remember.
It'll be 2 years in May.
So only 2 years. He's fired up a lot of stuff in 2 years. Pretty cool to watch, especially over the last year. That whole
Yeah, it's all the kayak, man. It's all. I'm not that good. Bro.
it's the code. The
Yeah,
code.
it's the code. It came pre-programmed for all these rivers.
Oh yeah, that boat is pretty forgiving. So yeah, so we
Love it.
today we just want to talk a little bit about kayak progression, and Jacob's going to talk a little bit about his past and what he's gone through and how kayaks helped him. And I think that's important for other people to hear because kayaking does a lot to heal people, shoot physically, mentally. Something about being on the water that
Absolutely.
just helps the soul in all
Yeah,
aspect
dude, it
really.
recharges.
So I'm gonna let him talk about just first a little bit about his background and stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah. So I'm Jacob. You guys probably know me as the guy with the big ears, man. Who's the ears? Jacob with the ears. I'm 32, almost 33 years old. I did not. I will say this. A buddy of mine, my buddy Zach, who's also Bandit Boy, tried to get me into whitewater in 2013, I think. But it didn't stick because I had ulterior motives going on at the time. I had priorities that were not lining up with the boating lifestyle. I don't know where to start with this, man. I've given my life story so many times, like as far as some of my other side ventures in life go. But you know, I I've got a 10-year-old daughter who is my world. She also loves kayaking. She's flat water, you know, not into the whitewater deal. That's cool. That's my life pretty much revolves around the water at this point in life, whether I'm fishing, kayaking, or hanging out with her on the water. It's like Matt was saying, it's good for the soul. It does something to me that I've been chasing for a whole lot of years, and sorry for the yawns there. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Yeah, I don't know, man. Matt wanted me to kind of like talk about where I came from and where I'm at now, and I did a whole lot of crazy stuff for a lot of years there. I'm a recovering drug addict and a recovering alcoholic, and I do like 12-step program whole deal. I'm not going to go into that. Anonymity purposes and stuff, but that void that I tried to fill for a long, long time with like drugs and stuff like that. I come to find that I can fill with whitewater, and it's a whole lot healthier and a whole lot happier. I find that I piss a whole lot less people off. My family's a little happier with me. I've got friends now, and they're not, like Matt. They're weird, but
Yeah,
nah, I'm just
who's
kidding,
not
man.
weird? Who's not weird?
Dude, if you're not weird, man, I don't want to associate with you. If you're trying to act normal, man, something's really wrong with you.
That's why I have this channel. It's weird. It's not the typical podcast channel.
Nah, man, like why get serious, man? I just got way your podcast is gonna have to have like 4 different episodes that are just completely off the wall now because I just talked for more than 2 minutes about serious things.
No, keep going, man. Your story's cool.
Yeah, man. I've been sober now for, I guess I just celebrated 3 years of sobriety back in February. So Whitewater's been a huge part of, 2/3 of my sobriety at this point. I got into Whitewater back in 2020. I think we all know what 2020 was. That was a really
Shit
crazy
show.
year for everybody. Oh my God, total shit show. I got into Whitewater like 2 months after like everything shut down. So I think my first run down balcony on the James out there in Glasgow was May. I wanted to say it was like May 17th. So everything was pretty well shut down at that point. And you know, I wasn't going to meetings like they weren't having meetings like for my sober deal, sober life stuff. A lot of in person things were shut down, and I just grabbed a hold of Whitewater and. Man, a lot of people say 2020 was their worst year, and 2020 was one of the best years I've had in 30 some years of living. Um, so it's pretty cool. Like, I knew a lot of people that just had shit show years, and to come out on the right side of that year was pretty dope. And it was all like, the people that I had around me. I had some great friends, which in Whitewater and outside of Whitewater, it's I've just managed to surround myself around good people, and just get out and something about being outside just makes everything feel all right. Gets
Uh,
rid of the crazy in my head.
yeah, man. Does that for a lot of people. Well, so what was the first boat you actually got in when you went to balcony that first time?
It was a old Wave Sport Easy, and I am 6 foot tall, and that is one of the most uncomfortable boats I've ever been in. And I learned to boat in that thing.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what that thing looks like, but I know it like curved down in the middle, so like your feet are like almost separated on both sides.
Yeah, dude. I didn't have a foot block in it. I didn't know at the time like you could put foam in it. Like I didn't know anything about whitewater really, and my feet were sticking straight out. Like if I had, oh, dude, a piton would have broke my fucking legs.
Did
It
you
was
so
uncomfortable.
how long did it
Oh,
take you to learn how to roll and stuff?
so funny. Learning how to roll, man. A friend of mine gave me that boat. Um, my friend Megan Johnson. She's probably cool with me name dropping her because I blast her on Facebook every time she says something about whitewater, and I'm like, I owe you, thank you. Anyways, she gave me that boat like a year sober, and she was like, just get into it, you're gonna love it, trust me. And I was like, okay, cool. And I got into the boat, I got the boat, I got it home, and I just started watching YouTube videos on how to roll, which I can't say that's like the best way to go about it, but the first day I got in that boat and went to roll. Like the first time, I got my first roll on my first try, self-taught on YouTube. Believe it or not, I don't care. I ended up calling my dad, and I was like, "Hey, come down here and watch this. Like, I need proof." And so yeah, that was pretty much that. And of course, I swam the second try, probably the third try. I got it, a couple more times that day, and then got tired of carrying my boat to the shore.
Yeah, got tired
But
of using that
yeah,
high
a
and dry.
little.
I heard you use that high and dry for a little while.
Oh yeah, man. I still use a high and dry, especially green 200% high and dry all the way. That's the
The-
best way to go
you
about it,
always
man. I'm
got
telling
thrown
you.
it. You always got thrown a joke about the high and dry.
Dude, you can't not joke about the high and dry.
No, Jacob. Yeah, man, I've been impressed with your progression. Just again knowing you for a short period of time, but like you've been firing it up lately, and I like to. It's really cool seeing like the non-pros out there, and I like to talk to people like yourself that like I said, kayak has done something to change your life, or you're just getting after it in a short period of time, not unsafely though. Like I've seen you fire up everything and be perfectly fine, not even roll. Putting me to shame, to be
Yeah,
quite honest, on a few rivers. So
I'll tell you, man, it's the code.
it might be. I mean, that's part of that one video I made. Like part of the just recent like influx of people who have progressed like so rapidly. I think it does have. I mean, boat is partly to do with it. I mean, those bow rockers and stuff now they have on boats. You can basically just
Yeah,
point the daggone thing and just run. You don't really have
I
to.
mean, when you've got a boat that like takes care of you, you have more confidence going into stuff. But I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't put the time in either, though. I think in 2020, I probably just from May to December, I had over 100. I know at one point I was kayaking like 4 or 5 days a week. Even if it was just class two, I was still in a boat.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. I mean, like for myself, yeah, I've been kayak for 25 years, but like over some of those 10 years I was in college, I boated like one time a year, and then kind of stayed on the same rivers, the Gorge, Balcony, Goshen, blah blah blah. So I didn't really progress
Yeah,
per se until like really this past couple of years. Then once I got sick, I was like, screw it, I'm going to fire up stuff because you only live once. Not that I'm trying to like kill myself,
yeah,
but it's just like that mental block I have like getting hurt and worried about getting hurt. I was just like blew that off the wall and just said, I'm going for it. So
yeah. If you're gonna do it now.
that's right. Obviously, I still get super scared of stuff. If you watch my videos, I'm like
No, dude.
shaking mentally going through some of those things.
Yeah,
But
dude.
yeah. Well, so what was the first
It's good that you've been down, man. Shit.
what was the first like river that gave you like the willies?
Uh, New River Gorge, man. New River Gorge scared the hell out of me the first time. Because I just wasn't prepared for like the size of that thing. And I think the first time I ever got the first time I ever really got into anything, and I was like, wow, I don't know if I should be in here. Me and Zach decided to do the drive, and it was like 6 months after I was into boating, but it was at like, I don't know, it was at like 12 or 13,000. And we had no beta. We just fired into it, and he had a bad swim, and I know at one point we were both just like, Jesus Christ, how much more of this is there? Because that was like my second big water experience, and I don't know, it was a middle game. We both fed off each other's negativity on that one, and it just turned into a thing. But New River Gorge was the first thing that I was like, we got through Middle Keeney, and I was like, oh my god, like that we've got more Keenies to go. And Zach was like, dude, that was upper and middle, and I was like, oh, okay, we're good. But I just remember just blowing into Middle Keeney and just being like, holy shit, I did not know this. Like this was survivable, but it was great.
I know
I fell in love with it.
it's amazing. Like you'll go on that now it's like you just um I want to say like fiend for that like next level all the time because you get used to going on the gorge and you're like and then you're like, well, what's the next big thing?
Yeah,
You go on that and you're like, holy crap, and then you go on that a few times and that's just um even though there's still the same risk still always stays the same, your mind
yeah,
just
your
kind of gets
comfort
over
level.
that risk, which is kind of weird. I saw a
Yeah.
cool quote on Instagram yesterday about like I can't remember who posted it. I want to say Mason Hargrove. It said something about like every man is not the same and every river is not the same every time you go on it or something like that. Meaning that like our mind changes every time we go on the river, even though it's the same river or same run,
Oh,
and
for
the
sure.
water is never the same. Even though it might look the same, there's always different currents or some wood or whatever.
Yeah, it's always different. Yeah,
So
it's like that with. I mean, I remember being scared of shit on the New River Gorge, and now it's like full slice.
yeah.
Let's go have fun, stay vertical the whole way.
So what really like in your mind changed to like really step it like to get on like the Chioa and the green and that kind of stuff? What kind of made you push further?
Honestly, man, I think I got a whole bunch of laps on Goshen, right? And then a bunch of the guys were like, "Oh, you'll be good on John." So we got on John's, and John's really opened my eyes up to like the Class 4 world. And I'm fortunate to live like 7 minutes from Johns Creek, so it's my backyard run. And the other year, up until like this last creeking season, it ran regularly. Like I got a ton of Johns Creek laps in a short amount of time, and then we went down. Me and Zach went down and caught Tellico, and I was like, wow, there's a whole lot more outside of Virginia. And then I watched just YouTube videos of like just the good old Southeast Classics, and Chioa was like my first step up run outside of John's, and it looked fun. I just kind of wanted to see what it was all about. Continuous Class 4, it sounded great. Plus, there was a waterfall. Like, what more could you want? And I actually got in touch with you about it. You had just ran it with Wade or somebody, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were giving me all the like Like, yeah, dude, you good. If you can run Johns, blah blah blah, like you're gonna be good out here. And I was like, all right, well, let's set up a trip, man. And yeah, then it was yeah, Chioa just really.
It's
That's when I
funny.
was like, wow, like
Funny you say that because that was kind of really my unlocked river too. Like I went on the Chio with Wade that first time in November, and that basically after that I was just like skyrocketing um,
yeah,
stuff I ran.
that's how it was with me.
And not that the Chio is still not like a lot of people I think take that a little lightly. It's maybe like a strong
Sure.
class four or whatever you want to call the rapids, but the just continuous nature of it will wear you out in even one roll or something. You never know.
Yeah, dude. I know by the time I get down to the end, you're just doing bridge down laps, man. Like that shuttle ride up, pretty nice little break before you get on another lap.
But that is
Running the whole thing,
everybody. Yeah,
man.
everybody
It,
in the southeast or in this area. If you're looking to kind of step up your game, that's a good one to. Like I said, it's like that continuous, just punching in your face all the time, and it's a good one.
yeah,
It's a good one
just
to
be
really hone
prepared.
in your skills on.
Yeah,
But
it's like a. I like to say it's like a. I think it's more challenging than the upper golly as far as just strenuous, but it's like a condensed golly with some creaky moves, and it's great. Of course, I
absolutely.
didn't when I ran it. I didn't have that correlation. I hadn't ran a golly yet, but
Oh yeah, you didn't get on the
everything
upper
prepared.
golly. Was this that was your first time? That's right. I took you to me and Curtis and everybody went down with
Yeah,
you.
you,
Forgot about
Curtis,
that.
and Trevor, and the whole Bandito group.
Yeah, I
Adam
remember. I
Smith
remember
went
when you
with me,
got
so he
through
was expensive.
Pillow Rock. You turned around and it said a lot of explicits I have on video.
Oh yeah, I've got that too. That's still one of my favorite clips. I roll back up, it's just like whoo. There was a yeah. I need a video of just like crap that I say like after I get through a rapid because I've got some like from the green where it's just like really
You should make
really
one
big.
and,
I'm like
and put it in submit it to Kayak Session magazine.
I'm sure they would definitely post that.
Oh
It'd just
goodness.
be one continuous bleep with some like rapid running.
And then you gotta make sure to include like your version of the Island Boy song and wearing like that headdress
I'm
and everything.
island boy,
Shout out to Chris.
trying to
Chris
get.
Guthrie wanted me to mention that at least once today. So,
Yeah, I've
so
seen that on Facebook.
what's been your favorite river?
Oh man, Watauga,
Yeah, that's a good
Watauga.
one.
I will. That is definitely like the Watauga is definitely it's probably a top tier. And then I mean John's isn't like it's not the hardest or the most technical or the steepest or John's is top three always because it's my home run. Yeah, Watauga is definitely probably first place. Um, I couldn't tell you what a second place is because I think the rest of them are tied for second.
Yeah, Watauga is definitely a fun one.
But
I've only been on it twice, but yeah, it's at the top of my list too. I love the Top Yacht.
no, we got to get back out there.
That's one of my favorite. It just has booths everywhere.
Yeah, and if it what they told me like the first time I ran it, the guys that showed me down were like, if it looks like a booth, it is a booth, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome because I'm used to like, maybe you should, stay away from this rock or that rock. And they're like, nah, man, if it looks like a booth, booth it. And I'm like, well, holy shit. I know there's still like plenty of dangers in Watauga, but the fear to fun ratio on that place, and it's really friendly for the gradient. Like as steep as it is, it's still pretty forgiving.
Oh yeah, great like half slice run too.
Yeah, I've not half sliced it yet, man.
You
I'm
haven't
one
half
of
sliced
those
it
old.
yet?
No, I haven't half sliced it
Oh
yet,
man, you
man.
gotta rewind that thing.
I know, because there's flats and like eddy lines, and it looks like it's deep enough in most places to just get a freaking slice vertical anywhere.
I just
It's
choked on some
it's
coffee.
fun. Uh, don't
went,
choke,
went down the wrong
man.
pipe.
Nah, I'm not gonna make a joke like that on the podcast. I was gonna involve Dirty Curdy, but
Oh, dirty Curdy. I wish this could go
oh,
live
Dirty.
so they can. I'm sure they're not. Well, Curtis likes to sleep, so he's probably still sleeping. Me and you were
Yeah,
that. Remember that one trip? What was it, Tallulah last time? We were me and you up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and like running around.
dude. Yeah,
Curtis wakes up at like 10.
yeah, because we could hear him rolling around in his damn tent and stuff, and we're out there like, I wish he'd get up. We need some damn coffee.
Speaking of Tallulah, that's next weekend. Can't wait. And West
I'm gonna,
Fork.
I'm, I'm gonna try and make it, man. I can't make any promises on that one, but I want to at least come down and get Westport. I would love to get Tallulah. Well, you guys are running Tallulah Sunday, right?
I believe so, yeah. That's when the higher release is. So nothing like
That's
getting
what.
munched at the
Yeah,
bottom of Oceano at the higher release, like I did last time.
that was such an intimidating one, but it was so good.
Yeah, that one is speaking to anybody listening, I know a lot of people have run Oceana, but like that is definitely one where you see on video and you're like, yeah, it looks big, and that video effect is not even remotely um I mean, that thing is amplified
Oh
by
no.
50 when you actually see it in person.
Yeah, man. When you get out and like walk along the edge on the left before you drop down, you're like, wow, that's a lot of distance.
Yeah, it's just funny to
It's
me
way
cuz like
bigger than what you think it is.
cuz Gorilla really is like really pales in comparison to the power of that rapid, but that notch just scares a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah, dude, the notch looks gross, man. I've only seen it at 200%, so I want to see it like 100% where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to send that.
Oh,
But
you haven't been on
at
the green
200%,
at
I'm like,
less than 200?
no, dude. The last time we ran it, it was like bouncing between 17 and 18.
Huh.
What when we ran
Interesting.
it the first time it was what 18?
Definitely a lot more chill. It's not you don't feel like you have to like paddle insane the whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely pushy. At least I didn't go into any rocks this time in ride. The last lap, I nailed the boost this time. Didn't go looking for children under the undercut, so we're Gucci.
So I think I already know the answer to this, but what's your favorite boat right now?
Man, I never thought I would say a creek boat was my favorite boat, but the code has got my heart right now. I really love that Super Ego too. But the code, I'm a Dagger fanboy, man. So, but the code,
Hear that
the
snowy?
code.
Hear that snowy?
Yep.
Dagger
The dude
fanboy
up in
here.
Virginia with the big ears like the boat, man.
Yep. You can have hoops on your team.
Yeah, man. And I'm not good at basketball, so don't get any big ideas. That's not where Hoops came from. The guy, I'm the only like paddler I know of with like 2 inch holes in his ears.
I had to say my favorite boat as of right now is still the Z5. I really like.
Really?
I'm saying a creek boat too, just because I've been doing more river running and creek boating lately. But yeah, man, that boat's
Yeah,
awesome.
I just it's nice when you got a boat that just like it treats you well, but it's like still responsive enough. I don't know, man. The code just does it all for me. It's got enough edge to where you can like utilize it, but it's not enough to be like too wishy washy with you. Like I don't come off drops and catch an edge and roll like a bitch. But it's enough
I'm
to
just
where like
too.
at some
I'm
point,
just
some
in between
roll
sizes.
away.
I'm just in between sizes. Small code's a little too
Yeah,
small.
yeah,
Medium feels pretty big. I mean, I paddle the medium Scorch too, which is I got it outfitted now pretty good. I would definitely take the Scorch on like more of a powerful like downriver run where I'd still want to
yeah,
take
like a golly.
yeah, I would still want to take the 5 on creaky stuff. Just a little more forgiving and a little smaller so I can move it around a little easier.
Yeah, yeah. It helps when a boat fits you. I because I was in a Machno before I was in the code, and yeah,
Ugh.
it was a good boat.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I man, there's like Machno is one of those that you either love it or you friggin' hate it,
Sorry,
and
Chris. Sorry,
I
Chris.
didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the
I,
Magno, man. That's one of the only piranhas I really don't like. I just it's. I mean, I guess if you're a beginner and don't care about like having a lot of edge and stuff, but man, I did not like it. I'm more of like an aggressive paddler, so that it did not fit me at
no
all.
matter no matter where I got in that boat, seat position or anything, man, it always just seemed to not wanna. It wanted to do things I didn't want it to do at all the wrong times. Like on the Chioa, I will say this: the Machno is, and I will probably catch hate for this. The Machno is a really underrated big water boat. I think it did better with me on big water than it did creeking, even though it's a creeking boat.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that
That
though,
thing on the Chioa was great.
for sure. So let's talk about a little bit about this upcoming year, man. What do you got? What's kind of on your list, and what kind of goals do you have?
Oh man, I haven't even thought about it. I've got a whole list of rivers I want to hit, but I don't. Off the top of my head, man, I don't know. I definitely want to check out the Lower Meadow at some point later this year.
Man, that one gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Bottoms. I want to get some more green laps and get on bottoms.
Bottoms is
Yeah,
on my
Meadow is
list.
just it's one of those that every rapid wants to kill you kind of thing.
I'd like to get up with Rob Carpinelli from Ace and go down with him.
Yeah, I love Rob, man.
I know
Rob's
he's run
a dude.
that a lot. Yeah, I mean that's on my
Yeah,
list, but that one definitely scares me. Kind of like Linville. I don't know why. It's just I guess because there's undercuts everywhere, and
yeah.
they're in the line of
The
where you have to go.
Jake's in love with the Lower Meadow, man. Our boy Jake Davis.
Oh, I
He's
didn't
been.
even know he's ran that crap.
You didn't know he ran it with Chance. Oh God, I don't know, about a month ago,
Man, Jake,
month or two
sorry.
ago.
He's been too involved in
Yeah.
all of his extracurricular activities. You know, we can't say on here that I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. We can't say all those extracurriculars, so we probably ought to leave out what's in.
I don't want him to get arrested, you know, immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't have no evidence against him. Now everybody's gonna be wondering what the hell's wrong with him. We're just a cliffhanger, man.
No, Jake's a fine person. Just want to note that
Great
on.
dude, stand up.
Just want to note that on there.
Yeah,
We got a couple inside jokes with him though.
oh yeah, and it's not in. It's definitely jokes he'll say in front of you too. He will openly say them. But
So Lower Meadow, Green Laps. Let's see. I know what's on my
I want
list
to get more
is,
comfortable with the green.
dude, Big Creek. I want to get that so bad. I've
Oh yeah,
missed
dude,
it.
Big Creek's on the list. I'm
I
trying to think of
think
what else.
I think I want to try to get on the Toxaway. I don't know. I'm borderline on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm good on the Toxaway for now. That one just looks a little wild. I want to get on Thompson or Horse Pasture. I just don't really want to do the hike out of Horse Pasture.
Yeah, you might want to do a few leg days before you do that one for sure. I'm not a leg
Yeah,
person.
maybe.
I'm like one of the people that walks around with big arms. My legs are like toothpicks, so that one
Yeah, dude.
sucked.
The only thing getting bigger on me is my gut, man. Damn, freaking metabolism starting to slow down because I decided to do this in my 30s and not my 20s.
Well, I just picked up a mountain bike if you're into biking, so we can hit that up too if you got a bike.
Yeah.
I figured I need to
Feel
get
like I
my
need
legs
another
ready for all
hobby.
these hikes that I want to do. I want to really go down out west and like hit the Upper Cherry and stuff. Wouldn't
Dude, that
mind
would be sick, man.
wouldn't mind doing a few rapids on Fantasy. I don't know if I fire up the big ones, but and then I definitely want to get out.
Man, how about those?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, my bad, man. My bad.
No, I was just gonna talk the West Fork Payette. I mean North Fork Payette. Excuse me. I don't know where I got West Fork. I guess I had West Coast in mind. North Fork of the Payette. Definitely want to try to get that at some lower flows first. I actually looked that
Yeah, that
up.
one looks
I didn't
badass.
realize how many people have died out there. It's pretty crazy. Yeah,
Really?
and like
I haven't even
good
looked that one up,
good
man.
boaters. Like yeah, it's
I,
just nowhere.
looking
If you
at
do
active
swim,
sports,
if you do swim, there's just nowhere to get out. I mean,
yeah, it's flush grounds, right?
pretty much. I mean, it's like class five straight. It's like the Chioa, but class five. I mean, with huge holes.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds rowdy. Whew. Fun stuff, man.
absolutely.
I don't
Wait,
know, man. Like, I don't know. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. How about like those videos Jacob Simpson, your boy Jacob Simpson's been posting, man? Mexico looks pretty sick.
oh, I absolutely want to go there. I just, I hate
I'm
flying. I
jealous,
got like,
man.
I'd rather jump off Niagara Falls and get in an airplane.
Dude, I've never been in an airplane,
That's
so
my biggest fear on Earth. Not actually flying, but like dying in a plane. Because you see all those movies with people just screaming and stuff. It's just I don't know. I have nightmares about that. I will say the last time me and Kristen flew, we went to Texas, and on the way back, dude, there's this like huge storm off the Gulf Coast, and like the plane was like dropping like 50 feet at a time and stuff, and people were literally like kind of screaming and looking at each other like we're done, we're gonna die. Like I've never
I
seen it
see
that
stories
intense.
like that, man.
I've never seen it that intense on a plane. I was just like, oh my gosh, I need like three Ativan right now.
Oh man, see, at least you can take that, man. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, well, I have to take it
I'd
for
be in there
my
trying to sort
gastro
14
stuff
of them.
anyway. Yeah. Oh, back to kind of
Uh,
like kayaking and health. I meant to mention that too. I mean, if you have to go back quite a ways about my health video, but yeah, I mean, dude, kayaking. I thought I was done for. Honestly, I got this gastro disease and stuff, and
yeah,
I lost like 30 pounds. And shoot, I got back into boating. and it really helped speed up like my gut a little bit, I guess. I don't know, blood flow, etc.
Yeah, it
So
helps you
honestly,
out
it's
a lot,
kind
man.
of saved me in some aspect. Um, so yeah, I'd like to hear from some other people if you want to comment on this video, just how kayaking's helped you mentally, physically. I know it's helped a ton of people. So
Yeah, and I know I'm not the only sober kayaker out there. I'm probably, I'm probably not the only one. I know there's a whole lot of people that smoke and drink on the river, and that's cool with me. I can't imagine being stoned going down some of this shit. So you guys are more of a man than I am. I'd have fucking had a panic attack and shit myself.
I think the first time I actually ran the green with Curtis, I literally I had like chest palpitations because I was nervous before every rapid,
Really?
and then I run it like second time and do all the big three like an idiot, but made it through.
I remember when you ran those, man. You called me on the way home that day. I was so stoked for you.
I know it's like
Sunshine
a
was fucking
simple
lit.
feat really nowadays because so many people do it, but you know it's still a big feat to my personal goal, whatever you want to
And
call it.
that's really all that matters, man. Like it's all about you, man. It's not about what I don't give a shit about looking cool in front of other people. Like I've got goals I want to hit, and if other people think they're not good enough, or fuck them. Pardon my language, but
Yeah,
that's
I mean I will
I'm not
say that
doing
I
this
think
for anybody
that's
else.
one kind of problem we run into nowadays is like everybody just wants to post on social media. I mean I'm guilty of this myself, you know, but
Oh, for
I
sure,
think in
man.
some aspect I talked about this in another video. It like pushes you to run stuff you may not be comfortable with because you're kind of like keeping up with the Joneses type deal. Um,
Yeah,
you know, even if you're not intentionally doing it, like mentally, you unintentionally get pushed towards that. I don't know how to say that, but
oh yeah, you've got that subconscious drive that other people are putting into
you
you
see
for
like
sure,
people
man. But
hooking off
that's
everything. It's
everything.
just like, oh gosh, like what am
This
I
is what I
doing?
got to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in that some aspect, yeah, this is what I gotta do to be a
Yeah,
cool
you
kayaker
start
kind of deal.
comparing yourself.
I'm
Somebody
telling you
told
though,
me
these
forever ago.
young dudes doing all those drops, man, they're gonna have some insane back problems when they're older. That stuff catches up.
Dude,
I wrestled for 20 years. You know, I wrestled when I was little, and then coached for 10 years, still wrestling with the kids, and my knees hurt, my back hurts. So I can't imagine dropping 90, 100-foot waterfalls all the time, tweaking your back. Shoot,
yeah,
I tweaked my back on Wonder Falls one time. That's like what 15 foot.
really.
I remember you
Yeah, dude,
say,
I
didn't you tweak your back on the
on the elk,
on the
on
elk? Yeah,
compression.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, I had whiplash, man. Like I
It's
don't
no
know what I
joke.
did wrong, but my neck was gone for like 2 weeks, man.
Yeah,
It was worth it
I
though.
need
It's
some
worth it.
training on like waterfall running. That's really something unknown to me. I know I mean if you land wrong, dude, it can really mess you up.
Oh yeah, dude. Even compression and stuff like that. Like you got a rolling lip and everything. Like all you have to do is tuck. If you screw up and take a stroke, you're gonna break your back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something to me I probably won't ever do. It's just not the risk versus reward. Like, yeah, it's awesome hucking a 80-foot waterfall, but dude, I got two kids and a wife, and I'm not trying to be in a wheelchair the rest of my life.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I know
yeah.
that could happen on anything, but
Oh, for sure, man. You know how many times I've thrown my back out picking my boat up to move it, like while I'm loading it? Like I've missed paddle trips because I tweaked my back in the morning before work, put my boat on the cart.
well, I'll have to teach you the proper way to actually pick up your boat. You know, I didn't know that because I'm thinking about doing some instructor courses, ACA instructor courses. So I was asking Johnny Ortiz. I know there's an actual way they teach you to do this in the course. I asked him. So basically, you start at the bow of the boat and walk it up to the tail, and then put it on your shoulder. So you know, most of us, 99% of us, just pick it up and
Pick
like
it up, throw it
huck
up.
it up on your shoulder. But yeah, that's the actual
Yeah,
proper way, so you don't tweak your back.
yeah. I might have to. Being that I'm suffering from back problems, I might have to get that down pat.
But yeah, that's kind of what
Man,
I'm looking to do this summer is a little bit of instructor training. I'm gonna go down there on the weekends and try to shadow some classes and stuff. I just love teaching people, and so I want to learn how to
yeah,
do that.
and it's all about just like passing on the good information, man. It's like everything in life. Just what is it? Just give freely, man. What is it? Do the next right thing. What do they call it when you yeah, whatever.
Pay it
When you
forward.
pay for somebody behind you.
Pay it
Yeah, pay
forward.
it forward. That's what I'm looking
I
for.
did that last
Instead
night.
of on
I'm not
backwards.
like bragging or anything, but we went to Mellow Mushroom, and so some dude, some waiter, super nice guy. We've had him a few times, and he just started talking. I was talking about my health problems, and he started talking about how he has a pacemaker and stuff. Dude's like 38 years old. Me and Kristen are lucky enough to make a good amount of money, so we try to give back. And so I left him like a $200 tip, but you know. I think
That's
I
awesome, man.
love doing stuff like that though, because you just don't know what people go through. I was like, I just wrote on there, enjoy, do something fun with this money.
Nah, man. I think that's something the world lacks. Like even as far as just like opening the door for people, like walking into sheets or something like that. Like how many times, man, I'm like walking behind somebody and they let the damn thing shut in my face. It's like, of course,
Yeah,
that's
you
me
just
having
don't know.
experience.
Like, I mean, think of the day my mom died. Like, I'm like going around to,
Yeah,
I'm just kind of riding around, going to stores just to get my mind off things. But like, yeah, say someone just shut the door in my face, that just adds to the misery of the day you're going through or whatnot. So
exactly.
everybody,
And you
be
got to think
nicer
about
out
that in
there.
an external way.
Do something good for somebody. And that's what kind of
Yeah,
my channel I really want to do. I know I did the boat thing, raise money for cancer. So just to let y'all
yeah, that's
know,
awesome.
something coming up here. I'm gonna. I don't want to probably talk about it in too much detail, but I'm gonna do like some sponsorships for just like the normal paddler. I always wanted to be sponsored by somebody when I was younger. I mean, I don't really care now, but like I think everybody strives for that, and like the only way to do that is like huck all this stuff, like put your life in danger. So I figured why not sponsor just people that promoting the sport in a positive way, just going out there having a good time, whether it's even on flat water or whatever. So I'm gonna actually do some sponsorships through my YouTube channel and like give some money towards gear, boat every year or whatnot, and have them
That's
just
sick,
put
dude.
a sticker or something on their boat, just to
You gonna get
again.
bandit stickers?
Uh Yeah, we do need to get that. I don't know how to copyright that design though. I mean, that's somebody's design. I don't even know who to ask.
I don't either,
I
man. I
guess
just
we could do a different
get
animal
on
kind of
Reddit.
and just do the same.
Yeah, get somebody to draw it up. But I feel like we just need like a donkey or something because we're a bunch of jackasses.
Yeah, I got I got a dude that makes my stickers. I'm sure he could do it. So we'll have to work on
Yeah,
that.
we'll figure it out.
Well, I know people will rather have a bandit sticker than the Eddie line. I did get some littler. That's not even a word. Smaller stickers made. The ones I got made first, they're just huge. I didn't realize how big they would be, but yeah, I got some like kind of micro stickers. I think more people might want,
I still
and
got to get some of those stickers from you, man.
of course the
I never got a
t-shirts.
sticker. I got a T-shirt.
The t-shirts are just comfortable, even if you don't like my channel. Just have a
Dude,
comfortable t-shirt.
yeah, that thing's soft as hell, man. I don't even like. I don't have to have a girlfriend anymore. I've got that T-shirt. Don't. I hope my girlfriend doesn't listen to this because she's gonna kill me. But yeah, honey, you got replaced by a T-shirt. Congratulations.
Yeah, if you want a t-shirt or sticker, just let me know. I mean, um, $10 or whatnot, I'll give you a t-shirt and sticker. I'm not trying to make any money. Actually, they cost me $15, so I'm just trying to get the word out there and everything.
Support your boy.
That's right.
He's an island boy too. He'll stick it for
Island
you. You buy
boy.
a
That's
T-shirt,
kind of
he'll stick
played
an
out now.
island boy.
It's kind of sad that it's over. Like it went on a big peak, and then it's like I haven't really heard anything about Island Boys lately. After they got
Oh, dude,
booed
I
off the
hated you
stage.
for. Yeah, dude, I hated you for the longest time for getting that stuck in my head for like a month straight, man.
Can you
I
believe
thought
that
we could
last trip
paddle
was like
again
in
though.
November? Yeah,
Blew up.
dude, it's been like November. God, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it went hard there for a little while. I got another video of me and Curtis doing it down here at the John Takeout.
I finally got some boating footage uploading right now, just about the Whitewater Center on the small rock star I had that I had to immediately sell because
What are you selling that?
dude, it's too small. It was the new Rockstar, just to let y'all know, it's definitely size smaller than the 4.0. I'd say probably by a quarter of a size. Like it's just so short. I would go to try the cartwheel and I can't even keep up with the end. Like I could stern stall it just by literally leaning back. I mean, it's nuts.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're looking at the new Rockstar, I would definitely either demo one if you're kind of in between sizes like me. I've obviously gained a little weight since I started my channel too. I was like a buck 25, 30. Now I'm like 145. So
Damn, girl.
yeah,
Hell
unfortunately,
yeah.
well, IPAs, they'll do it to you. That's what I live off of because I can't eat a lot of food. I hate to say that, man. I mean, like freaking IPAs like saved my life. Can't say all
At
bad.
least you're doing IPAs and Bush Light.
Can't say all bad things about alcohol. 2 IPAs a night keeps the doctor away.
Hey man, if it works, it works.
Better than drinking Ensure all the time. Ugh, gosh, stuff's awful.
Well, that's who you're not going to get sponsored by, then sure, you just kill deals.
Yeah, hey, that's a good
Sounds like
idea.
you
Maybe
and
I
your
should
family
start
are
like,
like, oh,
hey,
dude.
everybody want get your day off, start a drink. I Ensure. It's like,
I mean, at least if you start your day off with an Ensure, it can't really get worse than that. You're starting from the bottom, working your way up, right?
well, it can when you're hiking down
We're
the
gonna,
West Fork and get stung by 20 yellow jackets before you even put on the river.
dude, the funniest thing about that story, which no, I'm not trying to laugh at your misfortune, but we were walking down. It was me, Jake, Clint, and Austin Mobley. Was there? Maybe it was Curtis with us. I don't remember. Anyways, it was that little group because I know y'all were behind us. Somebody told us on the way. They were like, "Yo, there's a yellow jacket's nest in the stairs, and it's like right in the middle." And like we get down there, and there's like, which stairs? Like we had no idea, so we just kept walking, man. We never did see the yellow jackets. I guess we pissed them off for y'all. We never did see them.
Dude, those things are
All of us, man.
just violent. I'm still waiting on Wade to post this video of like the action. I know he got CJ on film, getting stung a
Oh,
bunch of
really?
times. Yeah, I mean, shoot,
Well, CJ
I
got
try
hit
to
a bunch,
like
didn't he?
navigate the forest around the stairs and still got stung like 6 times.
Dude, I don't know how. None of us. No, Garrett was with us too, man. None of us hit him. None of us got hit by yellow jackets. We all got to the bottom with just complaints because of like, oh man, my damn knees or blah 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 blah. Like that sucks. That was my first like real good hike in with a boat, and I was not impressed with the hike in. However, West Fork Tuck was great, but
Yep,
I'm doing it again.
gonna be doing some hiking this next week, and I can't wait, man. I'm ready to get on the river. Although the West Fork is it's gonna be a little intimidating for me just because I haven't boated in a long time. And you're like immediately putting on action,
Yeah,
that first
yeah.
rapid there.
That was a good one, man. Like we boofed into that first drop. I think it was like you and CJ and Matt, Hagee,
Will.
and a handful of others went rock, man. And I just ate shit rolled right there, like first drop. I was like, oh god.
Dude, that was a nice roll
But it's
though.
great.
You hit like a back deck, immediately rolled back up. That was nice. That's
Still
what
to
I'm
this
talking
day,
about,
my
dude. You
like
put me to shame. Like
first
I'd have to
one.
set up to a roll. I had to set up. You roll it automatically.
Yeah, I'm gonna break my nose one day backdecking, but I'm trying to get better at like protecting my face, like with my elbows and the paddle and shit when I'm rolling. But backdeck's pretty much taken over as my go-to roll.
Well, you got
Don't
anything
mess
else
with
good
me.
for the cause, man? We're at like 42 minutes, so don't wanna keep on going too
Oh
long.
damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these
Oh
podcasts
man.
are fun because you can just keep going for hours. But I figure I want to try to keep them
Yeah.
around 45, just so people don't get too bored.
I just something I wanted to touch on and I forgot to touch on when we were talking about progression. I think I got to give it, and I'm gonna do a couple shout outs during this whole thing
Yeah,
too. But
yeah, absolutely.
like my buddy Zach, when I started paddling, he knew I had a roll, and he started taking me on harder whitewater. Like, man, I think hanging out with better paddlers than yourself really helps. And like, then we started hanging out with you guys and Jake and Matt Bentley and Curtis, and a lot of the progression I've had is because the people I've had around me helped me get into the things that I'm capable of. But like, I'm like any other human. Like I don't think I'm good enough at any point in life for anything. I think that's human. But when you guys are like, nah, man, you got this, that's really helped push me in the right direction to try a new thing. And, the confidence it builds, like having a good group of people around you, like running the green with you guys was like, I felt pretty comfortable, but it was like the stoke, you guys, when you're around the right group of people and the right situations, it just makes everything like primo. And,
Yeah, I know. I
I
100%.
just,
I 100% agree with that, man. If you're running, like, if I'm running something really hard for the first time, I'm really probably not gonna run it with any strangers unless
yeah,
unless I know like
yeah, like,
they're a solid paddler and stuff. Not that I'm expecting them to like save my life, but it does just makes you feel more comfortable, like you said. And
yeah, it's like
yeah,
a
if you can
comfort, like a
share that
safety
like
blanket.
excitement with people, it's just awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way, dude. Like, if it weren't for Wade and like Johnny Ortiz, like basically risking their kind of reputation, taking me. I mean, they didn't know me from anybody, and they took me down this
Yeah.
harder stuff, and it kind of made me progress that way. So yeah, shout out to them too. And I've kind of done the same thing. If people reach out to me and want to go on something, not that I'm like this insane expert paddler or anything, but like I want to pass down the knowledge of the rivers and stuff to everybody since that was given to me, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like you and Curtis and Jake and Matt and all y'all have taken me down some like most of like especially like, and I'm not trying to say like I'm not trying to throw Curtis on a higher pedestal than anybody because I don't want him to get a big head because you know he's the dirty Curdy and everything. But Curtis has been on most of my like first descents of like all these harder rivers, and it's become one of those things where like you know he's wanting me to get on bottoms, and I'm like I've been gotten to the point where I don't want to get on bottoms unless I'm running it with Curtis. You know,
No, I
he's definitely my
probably the
safety
same
net.
deal. Well, Curtis is very safety minded too, and that makes you feel better.
He
Like,
is.
I mean, he knows his stuff with safety, and like he ain't gonna let some. I mean, there's situations where nobody can do anything, but you know, he's somebody who would definitely risk his life for you. I mean, that's the kind of people you
Oh,
want to be around. I would do that for anybody that I,
yeah, and
you know.
anybody that we have in our little group, like you, Spencer, Zach, Curtis, Jake, Matt Bentley, you know, CJ, all you guys, like Trevor. I trust every one of y'all, like with my life, and I mean, you know, like that's what I mean. I think it's cool about having a good crew to paddle with. Is like, you know, you're only as safe as the people you're paddling with,
That's right. No,
in
true,
my
true
opinion.
statement. Yeah,
But
just throw out a safety thing there. Just make sure you're with a good crew and you know, have the appropriate safety gear. A lot of people don't have that stuff. A whistle, at the very least, carry a whistle with you. Good gosh, that's like
whistle, rope.
number one thing. I've used my whistle so much lately. It's crazy. Anyway,
But I think that's about all I got. I mean, you know, just shout out to the bandits. You know, you guys all know who you are. We've got a hell of a group. You know, and of course my family, man. My family's always been supportive, like especially since I've got sober. You know, you know they've helped me with things like, especially getting into this, like, you know, help me with the place to live and like, you know, just support like. You know, my dad has shuttle bunnied for me. I don't know how many times. My daughter loves watching the videos. Like, that's the only reason I even have a YouTube channel right now, so I can upload my shit so my family can see it.
yeah, that's awesome.
Um,
Yeah, YouTube's time consuming, man. I
but
tell you, that's why I haven't had any videos lately. Especially when you have kids.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
8:30 at night. I'm like, YouTube or spend time with the wife. I'll do YouTube later.
You got to pick your priorities right,
I
man.
know it's crazy. Yeah, shout out to my buddies, man. Daryl, Johnny, Chris, all y'all, CJ. That's I call them my OG group because we've been paddling together since we were like freaking 5 years old. But yeah, um, yeah. If anybody wants to do a podcast, I'm up to interview or whatever. Talk boating with anybody. So you don't have to be famous or even nobody even knows you. I just like talking to
Hey,
the normal boater,
you need to
man.
get Spencer.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool to talk about his shoulder stuff and everything, what he's going through.
Yeah, get his recovery on there.
Yeah. I think that's all I got for today, man. Jacob, appreciate you talking. Excuse me, sharing your story and everything like that. I know it'll be inspirational for a few other people out there. And like I said, anybody else that has similar stuff, please comment. This will be on YouTube and Anchor and all that. Well, I don't know, iTunes and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me, man.
Absolutely. And check out my YouTube channel. It's under Matt Wallen Kayaking or Matt Wallen, but my actual channel name is the Eddie Line YouTube videos and podcasts, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, appreciate everybody for listening. And like I said, I should have some more content by the end of April. Hopefully, have some more podcasts because, like I said, I've had one. It's funny when I did that first podcast, I was like, it might be the one and only, and it almost was that for a period of time.
But yeah, if you hadn't edited some of that stuff out, it might not have let you.
Well, good thing
Me and
is
Curtis.
I don't even think I'm gonna have to edit this one, which is nice because actually editing a podcast is super hard. Like listening for an hour and like just editing, I mean, it's just really time consuming.
Oh, dude, I
But
bet. Yeah, I've been trying to hold back as much as I could because my daughter's like 20 feet away. So
it's all good. I'm still gonna put explicit warning, but you know, I don't want any kids to listen and I get in trouble. Even though it wasn't
yeah,
too
and
bad.
yeah, I still dropped a couple f bombs, and I apologize for. future listeners.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess you already listened
It's
to
an
it.
adult world.
Adult.
It's okay. All right, buddy. Well, you have a good day, man, and hope to see you next weekend. All right.
Yeah, dude. Take it easy, man. Thanks again for having me.
All right, dude. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Peace out. Island boy.